Hey guys, welcome back to the Crypto Fluent YouTube channel. I'm here for your weekly update, and we're going to dive into Bitcoin right here. As you can see, Bitcoin on the daily, we've actually broken out of this upper trend line here, which was the falling wedge, and we've actually been forming this rising wedge here, which we actually broke to the upside out of. Now, there's actually a 68% chance that you break down to the downside of a rising wedge. So when you actually break to the upside, you can sometimes see some very parabolic movement and some quick push to the upside. On the daily as well, we've got the RSI. RSI is looking good. So we've kind of reset the RSI, almost reset. We went back down to 52 yesterday. And today we're back up at 60, which is looking very bullish. The MACD is starting to tick up and curve bullish, which looks awesome. Histogram, bearish momentum, you can see here, is really slowed down. So you can see it started to curve back up, and now it's turning white, which means it's showing weakness in the bearish trend. And the stochastic actually reset here as well, which looks great on the daily. So now we're going to have another move to the upside. And we can dive into the 4-hour now, just to take a closer look. As you can see on the 4-hour, Bitcoin, you can see here we broke above the falling wedge, which is amazing. This is a really good sign, really bullish. We bounced off, set a new all-time high, and that was the 1.618 fib level. I mentioned that in my last video. If you guys didn't get it, let me know, and I'll post a video about it. And you can see here on the 1-hour, there's a falling wedge again. Also on the 4-hour, it's confirmed. And we just broke out of that, which is an extremely bullish sign as well. So I'm really happy to see that. Now, here are some possible entry points. See, I bought this dip here. I bought the bounce on the upper trend line of the falling wedge, rising wedge, excuse me. Now, if you guys didn't get a chance to buy here, these are some other entry points you can look to buy. So where I would be looking is for a bounce around 61567 level, if possible even down to 60,000. I'm not sure we're going to retest that again, but that would be an amazing entry. A huge psychological support at 60,000. Otherwise, you can wait for a breakout above the 62663 level, or even the 640 level. Or if you miss all of those, doesn't matter. You can actually buy a breakout above this falling wedge at the top of the pattern, because that confirms that we're moving now above it. Often we will see some rejection at the top of this level, because there'll be a bunch of sell orders right here. So we want to avoid, buying right before the breakout. You always buy after a confirmed breakout and a retest. You can buy the retest on a lower time frame, or you can wait and see if it will retest on the higher time frame as well. But yeah, and we've got I've actually set some fib level targets and a couple of psychological levels, so I can see I think we're going to see some rejection around 70K. This is just speculation. Of course, the chart will tell us what's going to happen in the future. We can only react to what's happening. I've got some fib levels around 75,000 and around 81,000, 82,000. And also we've got some more levels around 88,000 and 92,000. So I think short-term targets for me will be 75,000. I'll be looking to take some profits around there. Of course, you should always be taking profits and paying yourself along the way, because if you're not taking profits, you don't actually have the money. Yeah, and so anyway, that's the Bitcoin daily and 4-hour that I wanted to show you and give you an update on. This is looking really, really bullish, so it's a very good sign for the market. Now, the Bitcoin dominance. So this is Bitcoin market cap versus the top 150 altcoins in comparison. And you can see here that we had this huge run up for Bitcoin. It bounced off the strong resistance here at 47.7 level, approximately there. I'll show you on the daily just so you can understand a bit better. Excuse the loading time. You can see here, there's significant resistance here. We actually came and retested here. The wicks closing in around here. So this became an overhead resistance after we broke below it. So previous resistance becomes future support, and previous support becomes future resistance. So you just need to remember that. Now we've got the strong resistance here. We bounce down, and of course we're forming a falling wedge on the 4 hour. So you can see back here on the 4 hour, we're actually coming up to this trend line, and you'll actually find on these falling wedge patterns, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. This is a very, very common occurrence, which shows when you see these kind of movements. Forget the wick here. That's a big drop. I just want to make a point here. When you get down to the bottom of these falling wedges, often you'll see this pattern here, which shows like a bounce and then a second bounce, which is creating us some kind of a trend line. And then often you'll find it'll bounce around in here and then it'll bust out. This doesn't happen all the time, but like a very, very good portion of the time. I'll show you in the future some examples. You'll see that this will bounce and break out. And that shows generally we're getting to a bottom of a falling wedge pattern. If you get to this point, for example, on an altcoin or Bitcoin, this is a really good time to watch for a breakout. And of course, you can set trend line alerts by going here and setting an alert so that you will know if you want to create an alert and catch a breakout of a coin or Bitcoin. Now, what we want to see is, is a breakout of this trend line here, and we want to see a retest and a move to the upside, just so Bitcoin can really break these all-time highs and move higher. Of course, it doesn't always mean good things for the altcoins, but the altcoins will benefit in the future after Bitcoin has this rally, and then we come back to altcoin season. Then we want all that money, that new money that flew into Bitcoin, back into the altcoins, and then we see some really good altcoin season towards the end of this year or early January. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now with the Bitcoin market dominance cap. Now, one more thing I wanted to show you here is I wanted to show you the total market cap, because if we look here on the daily, total market cap formed this beautiful cup and handle pattern, which we broke out of, which is an amazing sign here. This is just showing, this is a very, very bullish pattern, the cup and handle. And we have a measured move here. And the measured move is 3.7 trillion, but I'll be looking for around 3.5 trillion. We're probably just a psychological level, even 3 trillion, we're going to see quite a bit of resistance around here, I think. So what I want you guys to look at here is the retest we just had. So this shows a lot of strength in the market, which is really good to see. I'm just going to click back onto the 4 hour, and you can see here that we had a really nice bounce off this cup and handle neckline, which is the green line here. We really came up, we set a new all-time high of 2.7 trillion, and then we came down and we bounced off the neckline, which is really good. And now we're coming back up. We actually retested the 2.7 or close to the 2.7 trillion new all-time high, and then we've retested this level twice, and it looks like we're retesting it again. Hopefully we can see a breakout very soon. That'll be really good for the market as a whole and Bitcoin. So that is another thing you should be paying attention to, because when this breaks key levels and we're seeing weakness in the market, you want to know when you should be selling or buying Bitcoin and altcoins. You should be using Bitcoin, the chart, the Bitcoin dominance chart, the total market, total crypto market cap together in tandem to look at what's going on in the market and give you an idea. Now, this is not as important, but I wanted to roughly go over a few of these charts with you. So this is the US dollar tethered dominance versus the crypto market cap. And I mean like the rest of the crypto market. So like Bitcoin, altcoins, etc. And this is showing a lot of strength in the market now that we're actually starting to accumulate here. A break lower would be amazing for the crypto market cap. We're only sitting at 2.63% right now, so that means 87.37% of the market is in crypto right now, which is extremely bullish. And I'm really like to see that it's showing a lot of strength in the market. But we're going sideways right now inside of this zone here, which is a good sign. If we can stick around here while new money is coming into the market, this is going to be a good sign for people wanting to buy into Bitcoin and looking to buy into altcoins in the future as well. So this is really nice to see. Another one I want to show you is the DeFi perpetuals, DeFi US dollar tether perpetuals. Now you can see on the daily here, actually, I'll just click over to the daily. We had a very nice breakout of this falling wedge, falling channel. It's more of a falling wedge because it's not 100% symmetrical. So we had a really nice breakout here, and we saw a few DeFi coins just absolutely take off this last week, which was amazing to see. And I'm looking forward to seeing some more DeFi coins take off. And if we zoom in back to the 4 hour, excuse my slow internet today, you can see here, previously we bounced off this trend line. This is really nice to see, a really strong bounce off here. Sitting around, broke through this resistance, retested it again. Now what I want to see is a higher high, either touching, testing this all-time high resistance here. Sorry, not all-time high, just testing this resistance here, or sitting in a lower low, lower high, sorry, lower low, and forming some kind of a falling wedge pattern. So to give you an idea, maybe something like this. Just to give you an idea, don't regard this as actual charting, you know, or something like this in the future. But yeah, currently we don't really know. It's just a speculation. But this would be great, having some kind of a falling wedge here, and then we break to the outside, because falling wedges are bullish. We like falling wedges. We buy the breakout of falling wedges. So that would be a really nice to see if we could see some kind of higher high or some kind of falling wedge forming for the market, which would be great. Now, those are my favorite tools to use aside from Bitcoin and Bitcoin Dominance. I just wanted to show you Ethereum as well, because Ethereum looks fantastic. Actually looks almost exactly the same as the total crypto market cap. So if we go over to the daily, yep, here we are. You can see before the lines show up, beautiful cup and handle. There you go, there are my lines loading. Excuse my slow internet. You can see right here, we had this beautiful cup and handle form. We actually broke out and we retested the neckline here. I'll zoom in to show you in a minute, but I also wanted to show you, this is the measured move. So you can find the measured move of a cup and handle by coming here and measuring the bottom of the cup to the top of the cup, and then putting it from the neckline. So the neckline here is not straight, so you have to keep that in mind. It's on an angle. So you want to put it from where it breaks out on the neckline at that place, and then you can find the top of that as the measured move, which would be $6,353 US. Now, generally, breakout patterns cover 60 to 70% of the measured move. Sometimes they'll hit the full measured move later down the track, or sometimes they won't hit them at all. But you should be taking profits around 60 to 70% of a measured move. So that would be around meeting this fib level, actually, the 1.618 fib level. That would be about 60%. And you could even go just above, maybe to like 5.5 or 5.6. We don't really know at this stage. Of course, we're going to see. Time will tell. Blah blah blah. So yeah, that was another thing I really wanted to show you here. All right, guys, so Ethereum actually just hit all-time highs today, which is amazing for the market. And yeah, I just want you guys to be looking at the market as a whole and seeing what's going on. 4 hours looking bullish. We need to reset the stochastic, so we're probably going to have a retracement to here. Mark D looks like it might be ticking down a little bit, so we could see some kind of a pullback, hopefully to here, if not here, 4,000, or worst case, another bounce on the trend line, the cup and handle neckline, excuse me. Now, daily is looking, yeah, daily, we just had a super bullish bounce on the Mark D here. This is just really like taking off. We are actually seeing the histogram. Actually, this is a great example of some bearish divergence on the histogram. Is not reflecting. So the price action on the histogram is not reflecting the price movement on the chart. So this could be some possible bearish divergence right here, unless we see some more volume coming here on the histogram. Yeah, it's only showing bearish divergence. No, we've actually got it on the stochastic here too. So bearish divergence on the histogram. The RSI is not showing any bearish divergence, so we could definitely see a pullback here, guys, either to 4,000 or the neckline. Well, obviously we're going to see what happens with that. Will be interesting to see how that plays out. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are watching, I know I'm just starting out here, and if you happen to stumble across my channel and you like the content I provide, please like and subscribe. I'm going to drop down my links in the description below if you want to join my KuCoin link, Binance link, just to support the channel, or if you want to join my Patreon. I'm actually starting a cryptocurrency trading group, just teaching you guys how to trade and posting coin callouts and stuff like that. You can see for yourself on the bottom, it will be 20 euros a month, which is almost 25 US dollars a month, which is not a lot of money considering the amount of time and energy that I'm going to be putting into it and helping you guys grow and make trades, etc. And now starting next week as well, I'm going to be doing live trade posts on YouTube. So I'll be posting a couple of times a week, just some trade setups and how they've performed and stuff like that. So that'll be as you subscribers and stuff like that, and people who watch my video, you get to see some of these posts and setups before everyone else. Anyway, I hope you liked it today. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.